If your front yard looks tired, dated, or just off, you're probably making at least 3 of these mistakes. A bad front yard can quietly knock $8,000 to $15,000 off your home value. Real estate agents see it the second they pull up. Buyers feel it before stepping out of the car. Today, I'm walking you through 10 front yard mistakes almost every homeowner will regret in 2026. Mistake number 1, you probably have it right now and you don't even know it's a problem. Let's get into it. Mistake 110. The overgrown foundation plants. We're starting with the mistake you've probably driven past 100 times without noticing. Foundation plants. Those shrubs planted right against the front of your house. Trimmed and shaped, they frame the home beautifully. But homeowners plant fast-growing shrubs and let them go. Within 3 or 4 years, those neat little bushes have swallowed the windows. They're brushing against the siding and trapping moisture against the wall. The second a buyer sees that, their brain registers one word: neglect. It doesn't matter how clean the inside is. If your foundation plants look like a jungle, the entire house feels unmaintained. The fix is simple. Trim everything below your window line. Remove anything touching the siding. And if a shrub has outgrown its space, replace it. That brings us to mistake number 9, and this one is more expensive than people realize. Mistake 9. Cheap plastic edging around the lawn. You've seen this everywhere. That black, wavy plastic strip separating the lawn from the flower beds. It's the biggest I tried, but I gave up. Signal and landscaping. You install it. 6 months later, the sun warps it. The mower hits it. It cracks. The lawn grows over the top. Now you have a wavy, broken, sun-bleached strip running around your yard. That edging tells everyone you picked the cheapest option at the hardware store. The upgrade is genuinely affordable. Steel edging, stone edging, or a deep-cut spade edge that costs nothing but 20 minutes of work. Any of those 3 will make your yard look 10 times more expensive. And speaking of things that look cheap, mistake number 8 is one almost everyone gets wrong. Mistake 8. The wrong mailbox. Yes, your mailbox. I know it sounds small, but your mailbox sits at the curb, at eye level. It's one of the first things people see when they pull up. In most neighborhoods, every mailbox looks identical, which means yours is your first chance to stand out. The mistake most people make is leaving the same dented, faded plastic mailbox that came with the house 20 years ago. Or putting up a flimsy metal one that leans sideways within a year. A great mailbox does 3 things. It matches the style of your home. It's anchored on a solid post that doesn't wobble. And it's clean and readable from the street. Under $200 for something that transforms how your home looks from the road. Now, mistake number 7 is one I see in almost every other yard, and it's killing your curb appeal. Mistake 7. Random mismatched mulch. Mulch should be invisible. Sounds strange, but stay with me. When mulch is done right, you don't notice it. The plants pop. The beds look defined. The yard feels intentional. When it's done wrong, it screams. The number 1 mistake? Using a different color in every flower bed. Brown chips on one side, red dyed mulch on the other, black rubber around the tree, pebbles by the front door. It looks like 5 different homeowners worked on the yard. The second mistake is volcano mulching. Piling mulch up around a tree like a little mountain. It rots the bark, it kills the tree, and it looks awful. Pick one mulch, use it everywhere, 2 to 3 inches deep. Pull it back from trunks and stems, that's the whole rule. If this has been helpful so far, hit the like button for me. It genuinely helps the channel. And stick around. The next mistake is in almost 90% of front yards. Mistake 6. Symmetry that goes too far. Symmetry sounds like a good idea. Matching shrubs on either side of the door. Identical pots. Everything balanced. The problem is, homeowners take it too far. Identical bushes on both sides of the walkway. Identical trees, identical flowers, all the way to the curb. Everything mirrors itself. Perfectly. Painfully. The result is a front yard that feels stiff and lifeless. Like a hotel lobby instead of a home. Real designers use what's called informal balance. Both sides feel equal in visual weight, but they're not identical. One side has a tall ornamental grass. The other has a cluster of 3 shorter shrubs. They balance without copying. That tiny shift makes your yard look professionally designed instead of mass-produced. Mistake number 5 is one most homeowners actually pay money to make worse. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Mistake 5. Lining the walkway with solar lights. Those solar stake lights that line both sides of the walkway. The ones that come 10 in a pack at the hardware store. I know, you like them. Everyone likes the idea of a glowing path to the front door, but almost all of them look cheap. They're plastic. They tilt. Half stop working after one winter. The light is weak and blue. Lined up like little soldiers, your yard looks like a runway, not a home. The upgrade is simple. Use fewer lights, but better ones. Real low-voltage path lighting every 6 to 8 feet, on one side only, with warm white bulbs. The difference between a yard that looks like a home and one that looks like a parking lot. And that brings us to mistake number 4, one of the most expensive ones you can make. Mistake 4, killing the lawn with bad. Watering your lawn is the largest visual element in your front yard. If it's brown, patchy, or full of weeds, nothing else matters. No amount of mulch or flowers will save the look. The number one cause of a bad lawn isn't the soil. It isn't the grass type. It's bad watering. Most homeowners water for 10 or 15 minutes every evening. That's the worst schedule. It keeps roots shallow. It encourages fungus. It slowly kills the lawn over a season or two. The fix is to water deeply but less often. 30 to 45 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, very early in the morning. Roots grow deeper. Grass gets stronger. Weeds have a harder time taking over. Get this right and your lawn alone will make your yard look better than 70% of your neighbors. Now, mistake number 3 is something I bet you have right now, and it's costing you more than you think. Mistake 3. Too many tiny garden decorations. The ceramic frog, the gnome, the painted rock, the wind spinner, the live laugh love sign by the front step. Each one alone is fine. The problem is, they multiply. 1 year, it's a single piece. 3 years later, 15 are scattered across the yard. Every tiny decoration pulls a buyer's eye away from the architecture of your home. It makes a beautiful house look smaller and busier than it actually is. The rule from designers is simple. 1 statement piece per visible zone. A single beautiful planter by the front door. A single sculpture in the bed. That's it. Less but better. That's what makes a yard feel high-end instead of overcrowded. Mistake number 2 is one almost no one talks about, but it makes the biggest visual difference on this list. Mistake 2. Ignoring the front door. This one will surprise you. Most homeowners spend hundreds of hours on their lawn and flower beds, and they completely forget the most important focal point in the entire front yard. The front door. Your front door is the visual center of your home. Everyone who looks at your house looks at your door first. In most homes, the door is faded, scratched, or dull. The hardware is rusted. The porch light is broken. There's no welcome mat. The house numbers are unreadable from the street. If you want to upgrade your front yard with the smallest budget, fix the door area. Repaint it in a strong, intentional color. Replace the hardware. Put in a modern porch light. Add large, modern house numbers. Lay down a real welcome mat. That single zone, done well, transforms the entire front of your house. And now, mistake number 1, the one I told you about at the beginning, the one that's in almost every yard, including yours. Mistake 1, the wrong trees in the wrong spots. This is the mistake that costs homeowners tens of thousands of dollars, and they never see it coming. A tree planted in the wrong spot doesn't look like a problem when it's small. It's a cute sapling, $40 at the nursery. You dig a hole, plant it, walk away. 20 years later, that tree is 40 feet tall. Its roots are buckling your driveway. Its branches are scraping your roof. It's blocking every window on the front of your house. The shade has killed your lawn. And removing it will cost $3,000 to $5,000 if you can get it out without damaging the foundation. This is the most common, most expensive, most regretted front yard mistake of all time. The rule is simple. Never plant a tree closer than 15 feet from your house. Never plant a fast-growing tree near a driveway, sidewalk, or sewer line. And always check the mature size, not the size at the nursery. If you already have one in a bad spot, deal with it now, not in 5 years, not when it cracks the foundation, now. Every year you wait, the cost doubles. So those are the 10 front yard mistakes you'll regret in 2026. The overgrown foundation plants, the cheap plastic edging, the wrong mailbox, the mismatched mulch, the over-symmetrical layout, the cheap solar lights, the bad watering, the cluttered decorations, the forgotten front door, and the wrong tree in the wrong spot. Most homeowners are making at least 3 of these right now. The good news? Almost every single one is fixable in a weekend or less. If even one of these helped you see your front yard in a new way, hit the like button. And if you want to see 10 front yard upgrades that actually add real value to your home in 2026, including the one designers are quietly installing in every project that video is on the screen right now. Click it. I'll see you there.